All right, welcome back to Pigskin Predictions. I'm Brad. This is Dustin. We're going to give you our picks this week again. Last week in the hat challenge, Dakota won a hat, and Noah. Let me think about it. Yep, he lost again. That's like 4 in a row. Come on, man, get it together. Anyway, and JCog 30. He lost again, too. I was really wanting to give him a hat.
Oh, yeah.
Get back in there, JCog 30. Let's try it again. I got these hats now. I don't know if you can see that. I got these, I don't know what people call them these days, toboggans, beanies, whatever. Anyway, I got these. Dakota picked that one. So I still got these as well. Got a couple of these to give away. One more time, show it to you. So get in there, put your picks in, straight up picks, not against the spread. Pick against me, and not the Thursday night game. Just all the Sundays games and Mondays games. So get your picks in, get your hat. JCog 30, get back on there. Let's do it again. Let's run it back again. I got faith in you. I thought you was really going to get me this past week. Really. All right, so let's go through. Last week I was 11-5. Overall, I'm 80-43. Dustin versus the spread went 8 for 8, which is really good against the spread. I mean, think about it. Overall, he's 35-24. Last week, on his over and unders, he is 5-11. He got raked across the coals on his over and unders. He's 28-31. He's going to make a comeback this week. The buys this week are San Francisco and the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so let's just jump right in. Thursday night game. We got Houston against the Jets. Houston 6-2, and the Jets are 2-6. And Diggs is out for the year.
Yep.
He's gone. Then they also had Nico Collins is out. I think he'll be back in a couple weeks. So that's going to definitely offense is going to change when they get him back. He was leading the league.
Yeah, he was a top receiver.
Yeah, he was a horse, man. Anyway, Hall for the Jets finally looking good. He's looking like he did last year toward the middle and the end of the year. So he's looking good. But Rodgers sucks right now. Man, I can't blame it all on Rodgers. He had some drop passes and stuff, but he just doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers that he used to.
No, he's getting too old.
But he couldn't pull the win off against the lowly New England Patriots. Just couldn't get it done, and I feel bad for the man. It's time to hang him up. They ought to be high enough on the draft board and get him a new quarterback next year.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's Jets by 2. Over under 42.5. I'm going with the Texans and the points and the under. Yeah, I got poked the bed on the over-unders last week.
Yeah, that's all right. Those are hard to pick.
Yeah.
But I honestly have no idea why the Jets are picked to win this game.
I don't either.
How they're the favorites, I don't get it.
Maybe because they lost the receivers.
Well, yeah, but the Bucs lost both of their stud receivers, and they almost pulled it off last week. Or they did pretty good. They did better than what I thought they was going to do.
Yeah.
But the Jets I just don't see that. They're still betting on Rodgers. They're still betting on Rodgers. I'm going with the upset. Going with Houston. All right. We got our Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. The Cowboys are 3-4. Falcons are 5-3. So I'm not sure what's going on with the Cowboys right now. They've got all kinds of issues. I don't know if you guys get a chance, if you're Cowboys fans, there's a lot of you guys on here that watch. I know are from the Dallas area, but and even if you're not and you're a Cowboys fan, go on our YouTube channel and watch the All 22 video I put out about the receivers' route trees. It'll really shock you if you watch that. Our guys just run out and turn around. Very few times do we run crossing patterns. When we do, people are open.
Yeah.
And either Dak misses them or misses his window, or he hits them, and it's usually a big gain.
Yeah.
And so watch that all 22. It's called all 22. I think I said our route trees are ridiculous or something like that.
Yeah.
So go in there and watch that. Anyway, Atlanta has a great run game, which that's Cowboys are horrible right now against the run. Well, not right now. They've been for over a year.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new. So they have a good run game, and their passing game is good. This is really a good test for Dallas. If we can win this game, that should give us a little bit of confidence. But then you're going to have all those people on there that are going to move the goalpost. They're going to be like, oh, well, it was just Atlanta. I know they're winning their division, but it's just Atlanta. They couldn't do it against San Francisco, which I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Dallas.
They got a lot of problems.
They've got a lot of
It
problems.
starts at the top. All the way
It starts
to
with
the
Jerry
bottom.
Jones
From Jerry Jones all the way to the bottom.
to the practice squad.
Yeah.
I agree.
Line on that one is Atlanta by 3, over under 51.5. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. And if they don't win this one, this is the last time I bet on them. And the over under, I'm going with the under.
Well, I'm going for the Cowboys as well. I really believe that they're going to pull this game off. I got Dak on my fantasy team. I'm going to start him this week. That's how much confidence I got that he's going to make a comeback this week. He's going to throw some touchdowns. We're going to move the ball. Hopefully they'll run some crossing patterns and get some people open.
We might be delusional, though.
Probably just delusional, but we're still picking them. So if you're trying to get a hat, hey, there's an opportunity. That's two underdogs I just picked in a row. So
their run game, they got to do something.
Without the Turpin run last week, okay, the Turpin ran for 11 yards
Yeah.
on the end around. Okay, so technically as a run, it's called a run, but if you take that 11-yard run off there, they average 2.3 yards a carry.
Yeah, and
Now,
one of them,
didn't impress me too much, but he didn't get a lot of opportunity either.
no.
And I'm starting to. I'm not starting to. I've already been thinking about it. A lot of it does come from our run block.
Yeah.
Because they try to run that inside zone blocking scheme, and that's not working. I think they just need to put a body on a body, or two bodies on a body right off the start of the line, and then make the running back make a move to beat the linebacker.
Yeah.
That's the deal. But anyway,
They need to go next year and get a running back in the draft.
for sure,
That Boise State running back.
that Boyd State running back is a bad man.
He's from Frisco.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll take him. All right, we got Miami at Buffalo. Miami's 2-5. Buffalo's 6-2. Miami looked better with Tua, which surprised me.
Yeah.
They were getting like 10 points a game, and Tua comes back, and all of a sudden, maybe he does. We made fun of him last week, or maybe he does make that much of a difference. I guess he does.
Oh, yeah.
And the Bills just absolutely destroyed the Seahawks, and they're starting to click. I don't know. They kind of have their wishy-washy moments as well, but I think at midseason, they're about midseason form. That's probably what you can start expecting from them.
Yeah.
The rest of the way out.
Yeah. The line on that one's Buffalo by 6. Over under is 48.5. I'm going with the Buffalo and the over.
And I'm going with Buffalo as well. All right, we got Denver versus Baltimore. Denver's 5-3, and Baltimore's 5-3. Denver looked good last week. Bo had a big game against the Panthers, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody has a big game against the Panthers, but I don't know. Denver's still 5-3. They're still hanging in there.
Yeah.
They're doing pretty good, and somehow, and I don't know how, Cleveland beat Baltimore. That was an absolute shocker. It's
With a backup quarterback.
with a backup quarterback, which was always better than the starting quarterback to begin with. But as far as I'm concerned, maybe back in his heyday, he was the man, but not anymore. He's finished.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's retiring after this. After
I
his
would.
injury. Yeah, but Baltimore's hole that they have in their game is their defense. Their defense gives up points.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing for Baltimore. And the other one that does that is Washington. Washington has good offense. Baltimore has good offense, but their defensives are suspect.
Line on that one is Baltimore by 9.5. Over under is 46.5. I think Baltimore's gonna win, but I don't know if they can cover the spread. So
that's a huge spread.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos and the over.
And I'm going with Baltimore straight up. All right, we got the Chargers at the Browns. Chargers are 4-3, and the Browns are 2-6. Chargers fine. They had a big day on offense. Herbert threw for 279 yards and 2 touchdowns. He hasn't done much of that all year. The Browns had a better day with Winston as quarterback. He threw for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. But the difference in this game, I believe, is the Chargers' defense is better than Baltimore's defense. Chargers have a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do that against the Chargers.
And then also Cleveland, another reason, they got Nick Chubb back.
Yeah.
And that helps.
Yeah, that helps too. A lot.
Yeah. The line on that one's the Chargers by 1.5. Over under is 42.5. Going with the Chargers and the under.
And I'm picking the Browns on this game. I'm picking the underdog on this game because I'm trying to give the deadgum hat away.
Huh.
Okay, I'm trying to get some people some hats. Okay, so Noah, don't go picking the Browns. Okay, but they'll probably end up winning. That's why poor old Noah. I'm gonna have to send him a hat anyway at some point.
Yeah.
You keep trying. Y'all keep trying. You and JCog 30 keep trying. I'll send y'all a hat someday if you don't beat me. All right, we got the Saints and the Panthers. I think Carr's supposed to be back this week, but they're depleted on offense. Like Shakir, is that his name? Where's the Buffalo guy?
That's a Buffalo.
What's the other guy that he got hurt? Yeah, that's him. He got hurt for the season. He's out. He's been hurt for the season. He's out. But Olave's back. He came back last week, and he did so good. But I had him on my fantasy team and didn't get a lot from him. Anyway, so I do expect the Saints to beat Carolina for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you how nervous I am about it. I have Carr as one of my quarterbacks in my fantasy league, and I'm scared to put him in against Carolina.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm nervous about it. I've thought about putting him in for Dak, and I'm like, I don't know, man. They've lost how many in a row? 6 in a row. And so anyway, the Panthers look the same absolutely every week, and they traded Johnson to the Ravens.
Yeah.
So he's
got better.
Yeah.
Line on that one is New Orleans by 7. Over under is 43.5. I'm going with the Saints and the under.
And I'm going with the Saints as well. I'm straight up. All right, we got the Raiders at Cincy. Raiders 2-6, Cincy's 3-5. And the Raiders still look horrible, I guess. I don't know.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah, they need a quarterback, something serious. But still, somehow they kept it within 7, I think it was, of Kansas City last week.
Yeah.
So, and Philly made the Bengals look like crap in the second half.
Yeah.
In the first half, Bengals did good, and then all of a sudden that second half, it's kind of like the Cowboy game, the third quarter of the Cowboy game, the third quarter of the Philly game with Cincy, they just put up so many points that they couldn't get it done. And to me, Burrow doesn't look like his normal self anymore.
No.
I mean, I don't know. He hadn't been in the league that long, but anyway.
Yeah.
They have the weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the weapons to get it done. So
Yeah.
see what happens.
Line on that's Cincinnati by 7. Over under is 46.5. I'm gonna go with the Bengals and the under.
I'm going with the Bengals straight up. They're due. All right, we got Washington versus Giants, a division game. Washington got lucky last week. Absolutely lucky against.
Oh yeah.
On the
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary catch. We really, as Cowboy fans, needed that to hit the ground.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That made me sick when he caught that pass. And then the guy that caught it used to be a Cowboy wide receiver.
Yeah, Noah Brown.
Come on, man. Didn't get any worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we needed them to lose that game bad, but anyway, they didn't. So it is what it is. Now, I thought that they had that the I don't know how to say the Giants. I've always said every one of these videos that their Giants are like right in the middle, and they do play right in the middle. Like Daniel Jones can throw the ball.
Yeah, he can run too.
He can run too. I just don't understand. I don't understand that they just don't get it done. But he was throwing the ball all over them last week. Against Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
he was throwing the ball down the field. Now, I mean, and he was doing pretty good, but he never ran. I don't know what it is with quarterback. I don't know if I just want him to stand in there or what, but I don't know. I don't have any faith in them anymore, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
They blew it last week against Pittsburgh. They should have won it. They should have won that.
Yeah.
Should have won that game.
The line on that one is Washington by 4, over under 44.5. Going with the Commanders and the over.
Yeah, the Bears exposed the Washington defense a little bit, and their offense, to be quite honest. But the Bears have got a pretty good defense, but because Washington, all they can do is get down and kick field goals for a while, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Washington over the Giants. All right, we got Patriots versus the lowly Titans. The 2-6 Patriots and the 1-6 Titans. So they got 3 wins between them.
Be a barn burner.
Both of them are going to be. Either one of them is going to be ecstatic if they win.
Yeah,
they're going to be like, "We got one. We won one." Right? So Tennessee has the better defense. I think their offenses are pretty equal, but Tennessee definitely has a better defense than New England does.
I think that Drake May's gonna come around.
I think he'll be good. I think
he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he will be.
The line on that one, Tennessee by 3.5. Over under 37.5. I'm gonna go with the Patriots and the points, and I'm going with over.
And I'm going straight up with Tennessee. All right, we got the Bears and the Cardinals. The Bears are 4-3, and the Cardinals are 4-4. The Cardinals, they squeak them out every week. I think it was at 2 games in a row that they come up the last drive to win it. Yeah, 2 in a row. And the Bears
they got talent,
man. Yeah, and I thought they was going to be somewhat pretty decent this year, but honestly, I didn't think that they'd have a winning record at this point. To be quite honest, I mean, I thought it was going to take them a little longer to get everything going, you know. But the Bears should have won. They should be 5-2.
Yeah,
should be 5-2. They should have won that game.
Yeah,
Washington. The Bears definitely have a better defense than the Cardinals, but the Cardinals, they got Connors and Harrison he did pretty good last week. You didn't start him in your fantasy team, but finally did something last week.
Yeah.
And what they got is a lot of heart.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, them wrestlers going to play till the last whistle blows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's but they get down through there. We'll see what they do. I don't know.
Line on that, Arizona by 1.5. Over under 44.5. I'm gonna go with the Bears and the points and the under.
And I'm going with the Bears straight up. Almost picked the Cardinals here, but
I did too, but
another underdog pick. So see what you guys can do with that. We got the Jags versus Philly. Jags are 2-6 and Philly's 5-2. And the Jags almost pulled it out against Green Bay, to be quite honest. They wasn't far. I think it lost by 3.
somewhere like that.
I believe so. They're slowly getting better. Like last year, I had like ETN and what's that tight end? I can't remember their good name. Tight end for the Jags. Ingram. Yeah. And they put up points. I mean, they scored a lot of points last year. Not necessarily in fantasy football, they did that too, but in games they didn't end up making the playoffs. I think they ended up getting beaten out, and they lost several games at the end of the year. But they were putting it together. It's like they picked right up where they left off last year, but they haven't quite.
They're talented too.
Yeah, they are, and they just hadn't gotten like over the hump. But they're there, and it's like you can see it coming almost. It's like it's coming. I don't think it's coming this week, but it's coming, you know. And like we said earlier, Philly looked great against Cincy in the second half.
Yeah,
I mean they turned it on in the second half. Hurts is finally running the ball again.
Yeah,
he's not sitting back in the pocket, and he's actually they've designed running plays that they've always had. It seemed like. But for some reason, for several weeks, all the way up into last year, he quit running. I mean, he still ran, but not like a running quarterback, like Lamar Jackson type running.
Yeah.
Now it looks like they've designed some running plays in there. They're going to give Dallas some fits.
They got both of the receivers back.
They got the receivers back, and we already know about the running back story. So
I'm not sure. I thought I saw something the other day, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Christian Kirk. I think he got hurt or something.
Oh, did he?
I'm not sure 100%, but I've seen something that he might. I'm not sure. Anyways, line on that's Philly by 7.5. Over under 45.5. I'm going with Philly and the over.
And I'm going with Philly as well. All right, we got Detroit and Green Bay. This is going to be like the game of the week, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's going to be the biggest game of the week. I'm not so sure the outcome is going to be what a lot of people are expecting that are Green Bay fans, but
yeah.
I mean, Detroit's picked to beat them by 3.5 at their home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like honestly, I think it's 2.5 or 3.5 for playing at home just to start out with. So basically they're looking at like Detroit as being like a 6-point favorite, technically. But Detroit's 6-1 and Green Bay 6-2. The line showed off against the Titans. Titans have got a great defense too, and they lit them up for 50 over.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think they're the best team in the league right now.
I think they are better than everybody in here, even these guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they will light the scoreboard up on those guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, I even wrote that. I think they're the best team in NFC. Green Bay's good, but they've been in like several close games.
Yeah.
Like their games are like some of them they're struggling to win. They're not like putting people to sleep. Like we're putting these guys to bed right now and it's over. They're not doing that, and that's their problem. Is they're letting people linger and linger and linger until it's too late, or they keep it just close enough to win. But these guys don't. They don't take their foot off the gas.
No,
from the start whistle to the last whistle.
No brakes.
They're just rolling downhill, Jack. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I think Jordan Love's questionable. I'm not sure. He probably will play, but
I think he's going to play.
He'll probably play.
Yeah.
The line on that, Detroit about 3.5. Over under is 48.5. Going with the Lions and the over.
And I'm taking the Lions as well. All right, we got the Rams at Seattle. Rams are 3-4. Seattle's 4-4. The Rams, I think they have pretty much everybody back that they need back.
Yeah.
You know, other than some people that are not getting back anytime soon or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can tell they're like a much better team offensively, with
Nakua and Cup. Right.
Yeah, and I think they're looking at. I don't know for sure, but I've heard that they're looking at trading Cup.
I heard that also.
Yeah, so they haven't yet, but anyway. So Stafford had his biggest week last week. He had 3 TDs all year long, all the way up, just 3 passing touchdowns, and then he got 4 against Minnesota. And Minnesota's got a good defense.
Yeah.
They got a stout defense, a respectable defense. And the Seahawks are talented, and they have a good defenses too. They have a good defense. I think that all Seattle's missing technically is a quarterback. Because I don't think, what's his name?
I mean, he was leading the league in passing yards.
Yeah, but I still think he needs that Geno's old.
Yeah.
He's been around a minute.
Yeah.
And I still think that they need I don't know. I just think I need another quarterback because they've got good receivers.
They got a good running back.
They got good running backs. They got a good defense. Maybe it's play calling. Maybe.
The line on that, Rams by 1.5. Over under is 48.5. I'm going with the Rams and the over.
And I'm going with the Rams straight up. All right, we got the Colts at Minnesota. Colts are 4-4. I don't understand how. And Minnesota is 5-2. So Flacco's back in. Flacco. I call him Flacco. Flacco's back in, and because, and I know we already talked about what Richardson did, and I'm sure if you keep up with football, you know what Richardson did. He tapped out.
He would never see the field again.
He would be finished if he. I would be so pissed off.
I'd trade him.
I mean, he ran there was an injury timeout. Okay.
Yeah.
Injury timeout, and then there was another play and a timeout, and then the next play was him. He ran back, avoided a little sack off. They had tried to sack him. He avoided that. He ran like 10 yards, went down, got up, and he was like tired. Like their division was on the line here.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to drive to win this game to get the upper hand in the division, and he tapped out of the game. That is absolutely insane. And then doubles down and justifies it to everybody, himself and everybody else he tries to.
In the
press conference. He's like, I was just tired. Like, dude, you better get your ass back out there.
He's been done. He's been on practice squad.
He's on the whole Flacco's got him now. He'd come off the couch. They were making fun of him and say, Flacco, come off the couch. I call him Flacco. So Flacco come off the couch, and he still runs around, and he ain't saying he's tired.
Yeah.
And he didn't even go through training camp.
No.
And this guy, anyway.
The line on that, Minnesota by 5. Over under 46.5. Going with the Vikings and the under.
And I'm going with the Vikings as well. All right, last game we got Tampa Bay, Kansas City. Tampa Bay is 4-4, Kansas City 7-0. And like I said earlier, Mayfield shocked me last week that he did as well as he did without his 2 top receivers. I think he threw 2 or 3 touchdowns.
I don't remember.
Something like that. Anyway, maybe even ran for one. I can't remember. I know this. I was playing against him in my fantasy football team against him.
Yeah.
Because Colton has him. Yeah, and he scored like 24 points in fantasy football. He did a really good job for having his 2 top targets out.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a different story this week, though, because Kansas City's got a really good defense.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. They're undefeated still. Like I said, 7-0. I just don't see them as an undefeated team.
No.
I don't see them that good. You know, like when we watched New England back when Brady was undefeated, those dudes was lighting it up.
Yeah.
Like that's like those guys deserve to be undefeated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were like killing it. And they just don't. To me, they don't look like a team that should be undefeated. They should have a couple of losses under their belt. They haven't played great.
No,
they played enough to win, and somebody's gonna get them before the year's out. Somebody will get them.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be. I would say Tampa Bay would have had a shot to get them if they had their two receivers.
I mean, 8.5 spread.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. I don't know, but still, yeah. Chiefs by 8.5. Over under 45.5. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs and the over.
And I'm going with the Chiefs too. If they had their two receivers,
maybe different.
I would pick both. I'd pick Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get these boys.
Oh yeah.
Before the season's out, they're not going to go undefeated.
I don't believe that.
They're not that good. They're not that good. Anyway, so that's our picks. Get your picks in. Win a hat that I showed at the first of the video, or one of two hats, whichever one you want. Sunday's games only, not tonight's games, Sunday through Monday. So my picks are Cowboys, Buffalo, Baltimore, Cleveland, the Saints, Cincinnati, Washington, Tennessee, Chicago, the Eagles, the Lions, the Rams, the Vikings, and Kansas City Chiefs. So that's my picks. There's like 3 or 4 underdogs I picked in there, so there's opportunity to win. Get in there, put your picks in. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, please. Hey, and don't forget, go watch that all 22 film study I did on our route trees.
Yeah.
It's on the channel, so go in there and watch it, and we will see you next week.